Assalamualaikum and a very good evening to all the group members and the fellow lecturer who is watching this video. My name is Muhammad Ilman bin Muhammad Idlan, matrix number 207610, and we from group 87 are gonna discuss about the layout and design for our newspaper. And in this video we're gonna take turns suggesting a design or a suggestion, and we'll talk it out as we go. So, anyone wants to start?
Okay, so for our news, we must have a specific design. So, what type of design we wanted to use for our news? Okay,
So,
sorry, I forgot. My name is Muhammad Hadif bin Hasnizam. My metric number is 207135. Okay, Shafika, you can continue.
first of all, my name is Kushafika binti Azami and my matrix number is 207577. So for our newspaper design, I suggest that the size of the paper that we should use is A3 because the size is not too small and also not too big. And I'm sure that this kind of size, the readers can read our news clearly. And next, for the orientations of our newspaper, I suggest that we do in portrait rather than landscape so that we can fit all of our news sections neatly. And then for the last one, I think that we should include pictures in each of the news so that it will become more attractive rather than just a plain news. So that's all from my suggestions. Anybody want to add any ideas for our newspaper design?
Okay, I would like to add the idea for our design for our newspaper. So my name is Atika Fateh binti Muhammad Azhar. My metric number is 207977. So for the type of paper to be used for our newspaper, I think we can use recycled newsprint because it has multiple benefits if we use this newsprint because we can preserve trees and forests because I've read one article. It says that every ton of recycled paper used can save about 17 trees, and it also environmental friendly resources of paper manufacturers and indirectly saving costs and energy. And for the date and author position in our news, for the date we can put it below our news name on the right side, and for the author name of each section news we can put it on the top column on each section. And lastly, for the colors of our newspaper, for the font we can use as usual, which is black, but to make it and the others for the lining and anything else we can use more attractive colors such as cyan, yellow and magenta, which is light colors, which it can attract people to read our news. And it also that indirectly can avoid damage while printing because deep colors can really ruin the quality of our newsprint because our newsprint is thin. So that's all from me. What about the others?
So, first of all, my name is Nur Khairiani Sofia binti Abdul Rahim, and my metric number is 207611. And I think personally that is really a good design, a really neat design that is, I think, is not too crowded if we put our news in it because the positions of the author and also the environmental friendly also can be a bonus for our newspaper, and it's a unique design. So it was a good idea, and personally, I would like to stick to the design, that idea that had been explained just now. So overall design part is done. I think we should take the arrangement of the news into account. As we have many sections, it will be good if you arrange them to be more structured, right? Maybe we can put the sections which contain facts or whatnot in the front, then article which more to entertainment at the back or something like that. So what do you guys think about the positions of the news?
For the position of the articles, I think it's a good thing to have the celebrity section on the first column, on the upper column. That's because usually people read news when they know about celebrities or famous people that are having problems, so it will attract more people to read it. And to keep it traditional, I think for the end of the column, we should make it 2 pages. And on each page we could include like 2 columns, a column for each section. So the first column should be celebrity, like I just said, and followed by technology advancements, and also the healthy lifestyle section, because usually the more knowledge or informative articles are in the middle of the paper, yeah, if it's on like public newspapers. And like traditionally we should put the sports section at the back, because we are most accustomed to reading to the back part first for males, if I'm not mistaken. I do that. So we should arrange it so that when people read it, they can go in a very comfortable way, in a very, how to say, a very accustomed way of structure that they have read from the other newspapers, so they won't feel awkward while reading it. So that, I think we should structure it like that, the 4 columns. So that is all, I think, for my suggestion. Does anyone have anything to add on the structural build of the newspaper?
Okay, I think the position is quite interesting. So, in my opinion, to make our news more interactive, so we must have a team. So, what type of team we wanted to use in our news?
Hello, my name is Nuri Izabatisha binti Muhammad Razali. My metric number is 207292. I suggest that we use minimalism in our news. I personally agree with Atika to use black, because I think black, white, and gray are colors that can make our news more elegant or sophisticated looking. And I think we can use other colors too, such as like Atika mentioned cyan magenta, I think. But we have to keep it minimal, because some readers doesn't like if it has many colors, or too compact, too messy, or too crowded. We want our readers more comfortable with our news and not giving them headache when they read our news. So I think that's my suggestion for our team, to keep it minimal.
So I think that is an interesting idea. I believe that minimalism kind of theme loved by many people, right? Because it was simple yet interesting and also fit well with the design that we discussed just now. So apart from the design, the theme, and the arrangement of the news, I think it is better if we could go into details like what kind of font that we want and suitable to use. As the font is really important for us to deliver the news, right? So how we decide on the font.
Okay, so for the fonts and size, okay, before that, my name is Muhammad Amal Mustaqim bin Anwari. My matrix number is 207736. Okay, for our newspaper's main title, which is Daily Daybreak, right? On the front page, we can use pointer fonts, POYNTER, pointer fonts. We use pointer fonts because in my research, pointer fonts is the most used font on title news that used all over the world, and the main title's font size is in a range between 48 to 60 pixels. Next, for the heading, we use Georgia and Helvetica fonts. This is because of these two fonts are so attractive that can attract people to read the news and the headings font size in a range between 36 to 42 pixels. Lastly, for the body copies fonts, we use Arial, Verdana, and Lucida Grande. In this context, these three types of fonts can improve readability, make the design more intuitive, reduces fatigue, and the important things is it can increase the visual impact. The copy body font size for our news is in a range between 16 to 20 pixels, which is not too big or too small that can reader easily to read regardless to any of reader's age. That's all. Any question, guys?
Okay, we have uh, all design, position, and theme. So, how we wanna to edit these elements? Um, we want where we want to edit these elements in our news.
Hi, my name is Nur Aini binti Ishaq, and my metric number is 206536. Basically, I have an idea. What about we edit our publication on Canva? So Canva is an online graphic design tools, and I think everyone already know and familiar with this Canva. Okay, and then the reason why I suggest Canva because we can use Canva both on the website and also download it as an mobile apps. Next, there are also provide many types of fonts, colors, and we're able to upload image to our publication. Not just that, we're able to access 1,000 templates that can be used for a sample to get more idea. Canva do have a limitation, like we cannot access not fully things, but I think it is still okay to make our publication nicely. So, in my opinion, we must use Canva to make our publication interesting and attractive. What about you guys? Do you guys agree?
I agree with your suggestion and about the editing software we're gonna use. But before that, before you edit, since you suggested it, I guess you are gonna be in charge of tasking the editing activities. But before edit, I would like everyone to citate their source and mention the source of the news in the articles so that when we do our news, uh, we're basically citing from their websites and their news. So it's important because we want to avoid plagiarism and avoid monetizing charges. So other than that, I think I agree with everything we have discussed so far. My opinion is I would like it to be more futuristic, but since we're going for a very comfortable design that everyone is accustomed to, then I think this is the best way for us to go. So that's all for me. Does anyone want to add anything more?
So I think we have discussed about the tools that we can use for editing our newspaper. I actually thinking Canva is the best tools for us to edit our newspaper because they have a lot of features that make our editing process easier. So yeah, so we have discussed the overall design, the theme, the arrangement, the font, and the tools that we can use for editing our newspaper layout. So I think that our discussion today will be enough for us to work on the final product as we already have the sketch and all, so it will be not too hard for us to start produce the newspaper. So I think that I hope that our newspaper will be really pretty, neat, and able to attract many readers. So yeah, I think this will be the end of our discussion. thank you all for your good ideas and cooperation throughout all the discussion before. Stay safe, stay at home, and till we meet again. And goodbye.
Stay safe, everyone. Bye bye.